Hello and welcome to Play Therapy. I'm Oliver and I'm joined by Niall, Alex, and Lewis.
Hello.
Hello.
It's time for our video game book club episode. Once a month, one of us chooses a game for the group to play and review, and this month the game is Ghostrunner, as chosen by Lewis. Lewis, why?
Why did I choose it?
Why?
It's been a game that's been on my radar for quite a long time. Not like I've never been like, oh my god, I can't wait to play that one day. It's just sort of been a game where I've seen it, I'd be like, that could be fun. And this was finally my opportunity to jump on it. I pretty much knew the premise of the game for the most part the entire time, or at least the premise that I had in my head was just a parkour style hack and slash game, and that's essentially what it ended up being. And I just thought it'd be a fun time. The amount of time it takes to complete also was a contributing factor. I wanted a short game. I wanted a short and sweet game for the boys.
For the boys, indeed. So, a little bit about the game. It was co-developed by One More Level and Slipgate Ironworks. It was also co-published by 505 Games and All In Games. It was released for PS4, Xbox, and PC in October 2020, followed by the Switch a month after. It is classed as an action platform game.
Brr.
Shall we have some opening statements? We need a...
Did nobody hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah. I just tried to jump straight past it, but that's fine. We need a jingle for opening statements now, like right now.
1 sec. Here we go.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure?
There we go.
Okay, that'll do. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
We'll start with Lewis since he picked it.
So I'll have to go on my how long to be able to give you a score after I give my opening statements. But yeah, I really enjoyed the game. I thought the game was fun. I think that it, in terms of movement, was one of the, I don't want to say one of the best games I played, but like a damn good game in terms of movement, like way better than Doom's movement, which I sort of feel is like the pinnacle of video game movement for like fast-paced games. And I thought it was better than that, so I had a great time in regards to how it played and stuff. I thought the difficulty spikes for it were a bit odd. Never anything too intense or too challenging, but there were definitely points in the game that just like shot up into like the red zone, sort of out of nowhere, and then it immediately went back to being perfectly fine and normal. So that was a bit weird. Visually, it looks stunning. I had the RTX on. I had the nice graphics. I had the shiny reflections. It looked really pretty. It was just a really good time. Overall, I gave it an 8 out of 10. There's not much to hate about it. It does what it pretty much says it does on the tin, and I think it does it quite well. And yeah, I just didn't really have any issues with it. It was just a fun time. Looked really good. Just a bit of inconsistencies with like the difficulty levels and the difficulty spikes. But like I said, even then, it was never painfully challenging or anything. It would just sort of be a bit out of whack in terms of how hard something would be compared to what you just did. But yeah, 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, cracking. Big Al.
I gave Ghostrunner a 6 out of 10. I thought the game was fine. I have a problem with these types of games where I will refuse to do anything other than the way that I think is right. So I will just throw myself at it, thinking that I am right, and just keep at it. When clearly, if I just like tried doing something differently, then I can probably do it much quicker. I thought the aesthetic is really nice. It's very cyberpunk-esque. I loved how fast paced it was, but just the difficulty like just keeps ramping up and then ramping down. I just didn't like that part, which did bring it down for me, but it didn't overstay its welcome. So I think that's like another factor which contributed to like my score as well. But yeah, it was enjoyable enough where I feel like it wasn't really a negative experience. So that's why I give it a 6.
Crack-a-lacking. Right, Niall, come on.
Right, I'm gonna
Jesus.
list some games, and I want you to tell me what is similar about them. So, Ghostrunner, Resident Evil 6,
Oh dear.
We Love Katamari, Donkey Kong 3.
What the fuck?
What the fuck are you talking about, Niall?
These are all games I gave a a 5 out of 100 on how long to beat.
Jesus.
My actual review score for though is 0 out of 10 because
Oh, no.
yeah, you can't go lower than 0.5 out of 10 on how long to beat. And the reason for it is that there wasn't a single thing I liked about the game at all. Firstly, the fact that it was short was not a factor for me because I played this for a total of 13 hours. I played it for 8 hours on console, of which the console port of this game is abysmal. It is god awful, like the worst thing I've ever seen. There is a difference between the console and the PC version, just in the fact that the settings which you can change, which makes it easier on with controller on PC. But the UI, the way the graphics were handled with the contrast of enemies, like all that stuff, like the sensitivity you couldn't really change like you can do on PC. Like it was insane how much of an easier time I was having on PC than I was on console. But yeah, anyway, story not there. I think we can all agree, and the bits that are there are annoying. I thought that the enemy design by itself was meh, but the fact that I think one fatal issue, which I mean for me, like I'm comparing this to Neon White constantly. One fatal issue is that the enemies do not reset how the level resets every time you die. They can be in slightly different states depending on how they were left off in the previous level, and it's the same with different parts of the level. Not, some stuff in the levels are persistent, and some stuff in the levels are not persistent. Like the enemy starting locations are persistent, but the way they react, they're like states of engagement sometimes are persistent, which means that you could be doing like 3 lots of perfect pixel jumps which you've done 20 times, and then the enemy is in a slightly different place, or they are looking you already and ready to shoot you. There's problems with the AI would clock onto you before they've seen you. Sometimes they would track your movement behind walls, so they like just shoot you as soon as you come up from the other side of the wall if they've seen you on one side of the wall. I thought that the range of motion for the sword was I don't think done particularly well. It wasn't like a sort of like a sphere. So there were so many times where I'd like jump on an enemy, and because my crosshair was slightly above their head, when I was pretty much stood on top of their head, it wouldn't hit because it's like a realistic collision box for the way the sword swings. I thought the pacing was kind of all over the place, difficulty and time wise. Sometimes a level would take me 5 minutes to beat, sometimes it would take me 40 minutes. And I honestly, I think like objectively the game looks good, but it didn't do anything for me. There was just nothing I could find which was redeemable. I never had one bit of fun. I thought the music was pretty shit, to be honest. I put on a playlist.
Damn.
So it just made me hate Lewis the whole time. Like, I just wanted to print out a picture of him and put it through a shredder. That's all I wanted to do when I was playing this game.
That was quite the review now, thank you.
Yeah.
Right, so I gave Ghostrunner an 8 out of 10.
Honestly,
it does have some glaring flaws, but the highs massively outweigh the lows for me. Like anyone who knows me, like knows how I feel about difficulty in games. If you go into force the difficult game to happen, then you need to lessen the punishment for failure, which this game does almost flawlessly. Like there are like a couple of occasions where you've got to like do like a little bit of platforming to get back to where you were and stuff like that. That kind of annoyed me, but for the vast majority of the time, it puts you back to where you should be when you fail. In which case, I failed a lot. Anyone who's watching the footage right now can see how much I failed. Story wise, it's like again, like what one else says, it's just a big old nothing.
it was just very generic, yeah.
And it's delivered in such a strange way. It's like delivered while you're playing the game, and the thing is, the game's too intense to take in any amount of storage. Story. But the gameplay is very, very cool. It makes you feel like a robot ninja, and that's what I wanted from it.
It does.
Yeah. So can we get an average, please? Taking into
Oh,
account
5.625.
5.6. I don't think we've ever had a game that split us quite like that, where where one person had such a terrible time with it.
Hated it.
Hated it. Grand.
To be fair,
Despised
what did you give Katamari, Oliver?
I can't remember. I don't believe I gave it a bad score. I just didn't finish it.
Yeah.
But that wasn't because
Because I don't, because I remember Niall hated Katamari as well.
I also gave that a 0.5 out of 10.
Did you?
Well, on the show, I gave it a 0.5. I didn't quite give it a 0. So,
Okay.
Ghostrunner is my least favorite game of all time.
Really?
Of all
Yeah.
time.
Of all time.
That's
And
my
I've played some stinkers. Well, so I've ones which I've completed. Obviously, there's ones which I haven't completed, which will probably be worse. Like, what's that one that came out recently? We talked on the PTR show. Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. That was awful. But I only played 30 minutes of that. I would have played less of this if I wasn't forced to.
Yeah. I wish we'd like gotten out on a call and watched him play some, because I feel like there must have been something fundamentally wrong with the way you were playing it in order to have such.
Maybe he was holding the controller upside
I mean,
down.
after this, I can share my screen and show you some footage. I recorded a bunch.
Yeah,
so.
no, might be a shout. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like gameplay wise, it was really. I know Niall's not going to agree with me, so he's going to make this entire pod a really weird.
No, fine.
Like the parkour, because like the only other parkour game I can think of playing is like Mirror's Edge, and
Yeah,
this
that's
is
it.
head and shoulders above Mirror's Edge in terms of like what parkour should be.
Yeah, for sure.
It feels really, really good. Like there's like wall running and the stopping time to like dodge bullets and stuff is excellent. My only big issue with like the gameplay is, I think, because I've explained it, I described it a couple of times to you, Lewis, as like a 3D Hotline Miami.
Yeah.
The thing is with Hotline Miami, you can see everything around you. You can see, it's a top-down view. You can see everything around you. The biggest issue with this game is that sometimes you walk into a room. It's like you cannot do every room first time.
No.
You can't do any room first time because you can't see everything. You have to go around the room and you have to die in order to.
and you'll get hit by a stray bullet that's like come out of
Well,
nowhere.
Exactly, because you won't see it. You won't see it coming at you.
Yeah,
This is the
then you learn that that's there, and you're like, right,
There was
okay, I remember
specific
that,
enemies
so-
where I had that particular problem with. It was it was like the two-legged robot that would shoot like a big red shield towards you.
Yes,
And
they were annoying.
they would always shoot that shit as I was barely round the corner, and they just absolutely clap me. And stuff like that was kind of annoying, but for the most part, outside of that, I felt like the game was incredibly responsive. And obviously, after a couple of goes and a couple of just like tries of seeing what's going on, you could generally lay out the room in your head, and figure out what it is you need to do. It's just like Oliver was saying, it's not as straightforward as something like Hotline Miami, where you can dissect it as you're playing, and even before you start playing, we're looking ahead. With this, you very much have to take some hits and just sort of go from there. Yeah. It would, like Oliver said, it would be impossible to flawlessly run this game, just based on how the enemy placement is and just based on how the levels are designed, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing.
No.
But it can definitely feel frustrating at times, I suppose. If you're not willing to adapt to that and like realize that it's basically like a soft puzzle game. I think once you realize that and you accept that, it makes it a lot easier to throw yourself at it over and over again and sort of respect that sometimes it's a bit unfair, but like it wants you to maybe find a different way to do it. But outside of that, I think it does a good job mostly.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to describe it. It's a puzzle game. There is a way to do each room, and it's just figuring out the right route. Like, obviously, like there is some like room like leeway for like experimentation and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
it's
not like locked to one answer and that's it. It's just there's obviously a route it wants you to do, and if you can figure out something else that maybe makes your life easier or even harder, I'm sure I completed several rooms just in the theoretically wrong way that was way worse than if I just did it a different way, but that's just the way I committed to and that's just what I did. But I also think that's part of the charm of these types of games.
Yeah.
Is it sort of adds to that idea that you are this character and you are a robot ninja and you're doing it. And it just sort of lets you have fun with it, really. And I kind of like that aspect. I think it's quite cool.
Yeah, and like looking back at it now, like I genuinely believe like you could plonk me in like sort of certain rooms that I remember, and I could do it first time now because I remember it that well, or like because I went through it that many times trying to beat it.
Well, yeah. And that's why I never really got frustrated with the difficulty of it either, because at max, if there was a room that was really tearing up, like just like absolutely just destroying my ass, it would be like 5 minutes maximum, and it wouldn't be like, okay, that took me 5 minutes, and then the next room I was in took me another 5 minutes. It would always be like one part in a level was just a bit of a pain, but it would never really go for like beyond that. Which is why none of my levels ended up being longer than half an hour, like max. That was sort of like the cut-off point, really. Which kept the pace going for me.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is like lends to what Alex said, is where like you like in your head you think this is the way I'm going to do this, like this is the way I'm going to get through this, and it takes a lot of dying to say, you know what, no, that's actually not fucking working.
Yeah,
but then it's just like the mental thing of being like, I could do this though, like it is possible to do it this way, and I want to do it this way.
Yeah. So I think that's why a lot of my levels took that long, is because I wanted to do it my way. I genuinely felt like I had the agency to decide this is how my robot ninja would do this.
Yeah. I don't know, in terms of, like I said, in terms of like gameplay as well, in terms of like movement at least, sorry, should I say, like even disregarding like Mirror's Edge, which is the only direct comparison I can make, I just think it's some of the better movement in a video game I've played, especially in like a first-person one. It definitely manages to match the speed that you're going to the controls itself. I think the controls are very, very tight. And it pretty much always does what you want it to do. If you want to grab a wall, if you want to do bullet time to slow it down, like that's all down to you. And I think as long as you're doing it correctly, it will work most of the time. 99% of the time will do whatever you're asking it to do. Which allows for obviously a lot of experimentation and stuff, and I just think that's good because I think movement's very hard to get right, especially in games that require a lot of speed, and like a lot of dodge and stuff like that. So I just think it deserves praise for that, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. Is there anyone watching the footage right now? This room that I've just entered, the rest of the footage is in this room. I don't think I get out of it while I'm playing this.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, so I want to talk about the boss fights as well, because like all of you three mentioned the difference in difficulty from one level to the next, and I think that's really prevalent in the boss fights.
Yeah.
In the fights, some of them are hard as fucking nails, some of them are the easiest thing you've ever done.
Yeah, I mean, because there's 3 boss fights in this game.
Yes.
Yes.
That first one
There was a weird. The first one to me was still the hardest, and it makes no sense. The first one was hard because they were. So there's 3 boss fights. The first boss fight was basically just platforming. It wasn't really any combat required. It was just you had to climb to the top of this like shaft.
While dodging lasers.
And dodging lasers.
It wasn't dodging
grapple.
the lasers. That was my problem with it. It was that, well, for me anyway, because of the way the grapple like sends you, you have to remember and time when you're doing your jumps like 3 jumps ahead of time, because there's sometimes when you're not going to be landed on the platform and you're going to be midair, and so you need to keep grappling. So it's like what I did to get through that boss is I worked out how many seconds I had to wait on the first platform before I can just continuously grapple and jump to get to the top whilst dodging everything.
Yeah.
And that's what annoyed me, because that was again the problem with the first person perspective, was that you couldn't see what was ahead. You had to die. I think I died 60 times on that boss before I did it.
Which isn't that bad, to be fair. Like, it sounds worse than it is, though. I don't think 60 is too bad for that boss.
I don't think I died 60 times in any room in Celeste. I'll say that.
I definitely did. I got railed.
Definitely did.
Well, that's you probably.
But yeah, there's that first boss fight, which is like you've got to climb like a shaft and it knocks you down, and you have to do like 3 rounds of it. You climb to the top, get down, blah blah blah, and the laser layout changes, and then there's like bombs and stuff introduced. Like it's generally a platforming level, but it's quite tough. The second boss fight is this really weird and jank counter based boss fight, where the way to fight them is they have an attack pattern and you're meant to counter their entire string of attacks, and then when you do, it opens up the chance for you to like do like an attacking blow. But the issue that I found with that fight, and I don't know about you, I still don't know how I beat that mission. I could not find any consistent window to actually test what the pattern was.
No.
Like, I would just sort of mash the right click and hope for the best. There was no scenario, because realistically what should happen is it should let you see the string of attacks, and then you can try and match the parry to what you've seen, but you don't get to see the string. You have to parry it or you die instantly. Yeah. So the only way to get through the string of attacks is to just guess.
Yeah, and you can't really see it either because you're parrying at the same time. The sword's in the way of what the person's doing.
That's literally what I did. I just guessed.
And like, yeah, it just became a thing where it didn't seem that there was any fair or logical way to figure out the pattern, which just seemed really odd to me. And Oliver mentioned this. I think he said it good. He said that the parrying mechanic wasn't refined enough to be an entire boss fights like mechanic. It just wasn't there.
It works for the single enemy. Like the parry mechanic was good for the single enemy that you needed it for, like the single mob.
Yeah.
But the boss, there's no reason to put the entire boss fight around it at all because it doesn't work that way.
It was just really strange. So that ended up being difficult, but not as difficult as the first one, just a bit more just annoying than difficult.
It is weird because that one didn't even have any checkpoints in it, but like the one that we found the most difficult had checkpoints in.
Yeah, because she had to do it 3 times in a row, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then the last boss fight was just incredibly easy.
Yeah.
The last boss fight was just a really simple, just dodge left and right the tentacles and then stand on the or hit the electric thing or make a stick a hand in the electric thing when it pops up.
Yeah. And then like
a very traditional look at here. This is the weakness type of boss fight. And it was just really quick and short, and it was just I don't know. It just felt for the final boss. I was ready and prepared for like a really sweaty challenge. Like I was like, this is gonna be tough. And it ended up being like one of the easiest levels of the game, and it just didn't make any sense to me.
Then that wasn't even the final level, and then you had to do a final level after that.
I'm glad that wasn't the final level because that final level was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yes, no, yeah, the digital part at the end.
Yeah, like that, an actual proper testier parkour.
Yeah.
Was really good.
That part confused me a bit because obviously when you go into that normal area, like you can't like dash and stuff.
Yeah.
So like I was very confused at where to go because I was like in my brain I was like I can't dash.
Yeah.
But I think it's teaching that you can dash like during that part. But yeah, I was just really confused for like a solid like minute and a half because I was like, where do I go? And then like this wall's coming, like it's about to kill me. I'm like, I don't know where to go.
Like I think the boss fights in general for the game are, at least for me, the weakest part of the game. I honestly think, and I know we talked about being the hardest one, but I think if they did 3 boss fights and they were all more parkour based, I would have preferred it more, even if they were as challenging as the first one. I feel like that first one, compared to having the other 2 in there, which were just kind of weird, crappy combat fights, like I just didn't really rate them, and that's what I was referencing with the difficulty spike, is just that you'd play something like that first boss fight and it'd be like, what the hell is this? And then you'd play some like levels that were maybe like chill or a bit tough, and then you play another boss fight and it was just, I don't know, frustrating and weird, the boss fights, I'd say. Definitely the worst part of the game for me. But everything else surrounding that was pretty good. And luckily there wasn't that many. There was only 3 boss fights, that was it. It was just the 3 levels. So all in all, it wasn't too bad. I just could have done without them.
Yeah. One more issue that I wanted to talk about was the fact that, I know, Lewis, you said this is fine and it's okay, but it doesn't save your progress mid-level.
Nah.
It's which in my like if it was like, even like if you're playing Celeste, if you stop playing the game, it will save where you are. You know what I mean? It'll save it. I think it does anyway. But this, like, the levels are like 30 for some people, like 30, 40 minutes long, and if you like don't have time to finish it, you lose all your progress, which really, really sucks. Which is not great.
I do agree that they should just have the options, because if they've got a checkpoint system, they could very easily make it so you just save at the checkpoint and you could just carry on.
Exactly.
Like, it's very much one of those things where, like, they should have it. I'm not against it at all, but I also just understand, I guess they just wanted it to be the idea of, like, if you're committing to a run, I suppose, like, this is it, you're doing this mission, and they don't expect anyone to really be on it longer than 20 minutes, so they just assume probably in whatever 20-25 minute spurts you're doing, you'll be able to get through it before you have to stop. I think it's a bit silly to not include it, but I'm also like, it's not a massive deal breaker or anything. It's just a bit of an odd choice, I think.
Yeah, I think the way that I like did it in my head was like, if I had enough time to do a run, I would check for you, because you 2 played it first before me. I would look and see like Oliver's time, and it'd be like 25 minutes. I'm like, right, okay, I could probably do it in 25 minutes. But if I didn't have time for that, I'm like, right, okay, I'm just not even going to attempt the level because I won't be able to finish it in the time, and then I don't want to redo it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it was probably intentional. Like it definitely probably like 100% was intentional.
No, it
But
has to be. It's
but it
probably
wouldn't.
because they want you to have that one experience throughout the level. They don't want you to, like, forget
probably. It
something.
probably makes it more intense as well. And also, you may have been able to cheese it somehow if they allowed you to save. I don't know.
Maybe like saves coming or something. I don't know.
But like, it wouldn't have hurt just to have the option. I don't think. It
Oh
would
no,
have
yeah,
hurt too
100%.
much. But like I said, it's not like a massive gripe or anything. I understand Oliver didn't like it, but obviously it also didn't ruin the game.
I
for him.
just didn't. It didn't ruin the game for me. I just didn't like it because I didn't know about it. Like I didn't know until I'd left a level halfway through and then came back and realized, wait, I was right because I was right near the end of the level as well, which I found out later. So well done. Anyway, I think so. What score do we give it now? 5 point something.
5.625.
Yeah.
5.625. Crack-a-lacking. Should we move on to 20 questions for Alex's game?
Yes, sir.
20 questions. 20 questions. Yeah.
Oh my
There we go.
god. I
Did you
hate
just
that.
record that just now? Is that why you went on mute?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
20 questions. 20 questions. Yeah. Okay, cool. Who would like to start the questioning?
Not me.
Why?
Just don't want to. We should make him now. We should have to do it.
Yeah,
No.
go on.
Okay. Did it come out within the past 7 years?
Classic.
Wait, that's not a yes or no. No, yes, it is. Yeah.
I said
Did it
no.
come-
No. The mic didn't pick you up then.
Yeah,
I saw
yeah,
your
yeah.
so your lips move, but did not. Anyway. So no, it didn't. I could have told you that it's an Alex game.
Sure, actually, yeah, you make a point.
Yeah. Niall.
7 years was also oddly specific. I should have said like 10.
Did it? Is it on Game Pass?
Nope.
Okay.
I already know the answer to this question. I already know it, but Alex, is this a game we're going to need to emulate?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
It's like a Beyond Good
Yeah.
and Evil situation. You
Yeah.
can play the
Yeah.
HD remake, or you can play
You
the.
can, but you also cannot.
Is this game part of a franchise?
Yes.
Is it a platformer?
That is one of its genres. Yes.
He wouldn't have picked Banjo too, would he? He wouldn't have.
No, it wouldn't have.
You wouldn't do that to us.
He wouldn't do that to us.
And he could, but I don't think he would have.
No. Alright, so it's an older
Shall we-
platformer that has had a remake of some description, I would say.
Probably Conkers. No, it's not part of a
you-
franchise, is it?
No,
Technically?
and you'd would probably need to emulate Conkers. I think at this point, Rare Replay doesn't count anymore. And it's not on Game Pass.
That's true, actually.
Do you play as an animal?
Yes.
That's just
Of
a fucking
course.
Alex
Of
game through and through.
Could be
innit?
Could be Conkers.
Could be Conkers.
So it's either Nintendo or Sony, right? As in like a old school platformer.
Probably.
More those franchises.
Could be a Microsoft classic. What's
Could
that
be on
one
Game
Microsoft?
Pass.
What's that one Microsoft game with that one platforming dude?
Banjo
like-
Kazooie.
Nah, everyone made fun of him.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know.
And
what
I
it's
was actually gonna pick that, Lewis. Like that's
called. Wait, we actually.
What what are you talking about?
There's like a lost
it's a,
like
it's
not lost
uh,
media. It's just there was like a really shitty, just not well known platforming game on like Xbox.
are you on
and-
about Blinks the Time Sweeper?
Yeah, Blinks the Time Sweeper.
That does
and
that's dislodged something, but I can't quite remember.
And then everyone started just making fun of him like a couple of years ago because people were like, who the fuck played this game? And yeah, they were sort of mocking it. But obviously, it isn't Blinks. We know it's an animal franchise. Is it me, by the way?
Yes, I
Or is it
believe so.
Niall?
It is you, Lewis.
We know
Wait.
it's an animal.
Is it?
It was Oliver that went last.
Wait, I can just see. I said platform. Yeah, so it's you.
Okay. It's a platformer, it's an animal, it's part of a franchise. And it didn't come out in the past 7 years.
And it's not on Game Pass.
Could it be a Sly game?
That's what I'm thinking. But he just recently played Sly 2. Is it Sly 3?
There is. The Sly 4 as well.
Oh,
I
no.
thought it was Sly 3 that he finished recently.
He might have done. I don't know.
It was Sly 3 that he finished recently. Is this game multi-platform?
No.
It's an exclusive.
That's like I said. It's either Nintendo or Sony. It's one of those. It's one of those. Could be a Ratchet and Clanker.
Could be a Ratchet and Clanker.
What kind of animal is Sly?
I guess Ratchet is an animal.
He's
No,
a
he's an
raccoon,
alien,
isn't
though.
he?
Yeah, Sly's a raccoon, dude. He's called Sly Raccoon.
I thought it's got Sly Cooper.
Well, the game. Well, it's a region thing, man.
It's called Sly Cooper in the US and then Sly Raccoon in the UK. Because
Bro,
just like a thing in London or something. I think.
Cooper
He was just
something.
reading off the Wikipedia page. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could tell.
Like, I'm gonna try and like I'm pretty certain at this point it's a Sly game, but I'm just gonna try and like, you know, spread out a bit. Thank you, Niall.
I don't think it is.
Does this animal that you play as
It's my gun.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go on. Doesn't sound like I have anything now.
No, I was just gonna ask whether he was would you consider him a Sly guy, but I'm not gonna.
Oh, I've got a banging question. I've got a really good one.
Is it a PlayStation exclusive?
It is.
And yeah.
I've got such a good question.
I'll shut down.
No, I'm not shut down. I'm just thinking.
Dada.
Yeah. Does this animal that you play as wear clothes?
He does.
It's fucking Sly.
Okay, my question.
He
my
does.
question. Right. So this animal, right? In
Yeah.
the real world, would
Yeah.
we consume this animal? Not a could you? Would you? Would we regularly consume this animal in the real world?
I think we got different rules
No.
between all three of us. No.
No.
I might.
But
I
that means it ain't like a chicken or a cow.
No, because it's a raccoon, Lewis.
It could be, yeah.
It's a raccoon.
Well, that's why I specified though, because you could eat a raccoon, I'm sure.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, so if you wanted
So,
to, you could eat
that's why I
anything
didn't-
if you wanted to.
No, but there's like I'm sure you could eat a raccoon without dying though. Like if you cooked it properly.
Name one animal that we couldn't eat without. Oh no, don't, because you'll name a frog. It's fine. It's all good. I'm sure if you cooked a poisonous frog properly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I suppose, I guess.
Whose go is it?
Niall.
Yours.
Yeah,
Yours.
it's got to be 3D on it. Like Sony would never release a 2D platform.
Alex ain't a big 2D sniffer, you see, so it's
Isn't
definitely
it?
3D.
What's the Jack and Daxter situation like? Is that
so,
an animal?
I've been thinking
Well,
about this. So
Jack's a human.
Yeah, Jack's not an animal. Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet isn't an animal either.
Ratchet's an alien, yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
It's Sly.
He's a
So we just need to
Lombax.
figure out which Sly it is.
I doubt he'd make us play Sly. I think it'd be Sly 2 because I've played Sly 1, and he's just played Sly 3, so it would be 2. But I can't imagine him also playing Sly 3 and then being like, "Right, guys, we're gonna play Sly 2," and then he's gonna go back and play Sly 2. I just don't see that being a thing.
is it a game in the Sly Cooper franchise?
It is.
Okay,
Okay.
well, never mind. Oliver, you were right. Never mind what I'm
So
saying.
it's probably 2 then, based off Lewis.
Realistically, it would be 2 because that'd be the most easily emulatable. Because 4 is only on PS3.
But what about 1?
I thought he would skip 1 because he knows I'd played it, but I don't know.
Did you love it? Would you play it again?
Well, I didn't finish the last. I was at the end. I didn't technically finish it. I didn't finish the last.
Oh, well, there we
Maybe
are.
maybe he's right and you're wrong.
I'd be surprised because he knows that me and Niall haven't played any Sly games if he'd start us off on 2.
Yeah, but but he likes 2 though. 2 is his game.
No, 2 is his game.
2's the one.
Whose question
two's
is
the
it?
Yours.
It's you.
It's me. Okay, is it the first game in the franchise?
It is.
It is. Right, okay, right. So it's Sly Cooper then. It's Sly Cooper.
Alex, is it?
Yeah.
Sly
You gotta give me.
Cooper-
You gotta give me the full title.
Is it Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccooners?
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
okay,
it is.
banging. Okay,
Okay.
I'll
We
take
got
that.
12 questions.
12 questions. I think that's fastest I've ever done it. But it is Alex. It's just so easy to see what he's gonna get.
It was the other one was the spanner in the works that I was gonna do, but Niall hated Ghostrunner, so I couldn't pick a hard game.
We'll do Cuphead one day.
One day. Yeah, I chose it because Lewis never beat it, and you two have never played it, and it's my game. I
This is game.
I played it since I was 5, so
How do you go about playing it without emulating it?
You
It's
have to
on-
play it on
it's
PS3 or stream it on PS5.
no, you don't have to stream it because they released the PS2 version.
Oh, they did release PS2 version. You have to.
But that's
Buy
on
it, though.
that's on
It's
premium,
on-
isn't it?
Yeah, you'd have to buy it.
Yes. But other than that, just use the PS2 emulator. It's
Yes.
fine.
Cool. Yeah.
Ow.
Got trailer up, Oliver.
Oh shit! It might be a bit late.
This guy.
He's
This
fucked
guy.
it.
I'm out
He's-
to bust. I'm out to bust out the PS3.
Are you gonna play the thing game?
Yeah, but the most native way to play it, because I don't own it on PS.
I don't know how to spell
for-
Thievius. There.
T H
You can
I
just put Sly 1.
THIEVUS. I guess it'd be Thieves raccoon.
Oh, these are
Yes.
all long plays.
Is there no trailer?
Right,
Oh, no, I
I've
am,
got the
mate.
Sly
It's-
collect. Yeah, I've got one, but it's fucking. Oh wait, 4K upscale trailer. Let's fucking go. All right, let's actually show it. I do want to watch it. You guys can't see it, but I can see it. But you're going to talk.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, you're going to talk while
Yeah.
that's happening.
Hello.
I'm surprised you didn't ask about the thingy question. Is it a Japanese developer? This is the first game that I picked, which isn't a Japanese developer. Because it's Sucker Punch.
Oh, the Sucker Punch who did it. Oh,
This is Sucker Punch.
interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, it definitely looks like an Alex game.
We got the
It is a
platform.
platformer. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, well, you said that about Klonoa, and look how that turned out.
No, yeah,
Everyone.
it's really dumb, the whole name change. It's because Cooper means something.
It means something in London or something.
But I don't think it means something bad, though. I think it just means something.
Cooper Trooper.
Eldon.
Yeah, no. That's,
Ar- apparently, it means barrel maker. And they said
Oh.
that might be confusing, so they rebranded it.
Okay.
Because everyone's talking about those barrel makers in the UK, I suppose.
I guess so.
How long's the game, Alex?
Like 7 hours.
It's not very long.
Cracker lacking. Right, well, let's get started on that then. Alright, cool. So that's going up in
November.
November.
And then after
November,
that is Secret Santa.
Yes,
And
It's
we'll
not-
open
it's
up
not-
our Secret
it's-
Santa gifts at the end of that podcast.
we will indeed.
It's
yes.
not. It's not currently 30-degree summer right now.
It's no,
we're in October.
Yeah.
I'm freezing. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's Halloween.
We're in winter.
I can literally see the sweat shining on my hands. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, we shall see you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.